Shalom. I like to start off by giving all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim preaching his word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Peace and salutations to the Israelite foreigners. You know, the Israelites that live amongst the heathen that look like the heathen. And Shalom, peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Aqua, the true believers of the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy, and wanted to make a quick MOTB update. Dealing with the MOTB. I was watching the brother out in the Mississippi camp. The elder brother, Kazak, I believe his name is Kazak Ya'ala, and I got a video that I got from watching his video, so I'm gonna play the video, hit a precept, hit like one precept, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying and straight and to the point. You know, this is an MOTB update, so it ain't gonna be that long. Matter of fact, when we get the precept first, the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16, and it reads, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." So, you know, this prophecy is coming to pass. You know, we're getting closer and closer to the mandatory implementation of the MOTB. You know, but first is, you know, it's coming in little small waves, like it has been for years. You know, like in Habakkuk, the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. Alright, let me just get into the video. You know, Lord's will, YouTube won't give me a strike for playing this video. So here we go.
A major milestone marked in Miami. The first microchip backed by Elon Musk was implanted into a patient's brain at a local hospital. It is part of a clinical trial giving people who are paralyzed the ability to control their phones or their computers with just their mind. And I spoke.
And if you see the time at the bottom, it says 4:41. You know, 144 backwards. You know, Lord willing, we be part of that number.
To one of the Miami doctors involved, and he says so far it's a success. First time in 2.5 years.
I think my favorite thing is probably being able to turn on my TV.
Military veteran RJ is regaining a simple freedom.
RJ suffered a spinal cord injury, cervical spinal cord injury, due to a motorcycle accident, which left him quadriplegic, which just simply means that he lacks the use primarily of his arms or his legs.
And he, like a handful of other participants across the country, is taking part in a groundbreaking clinical trial that began in 2024.
I'm Nolan, aka P1.
My name's Alex.
I am Brad Smith. My name is Mike.
I'm RJ. I'm P5.
Each patient paralyzed by either a spinal cord injury or ALS. In each of their brains, an implanted microchip called Neuralink.
It's been an incredible amount of progress.
The Neuralink brain-computer device, founded by Elon Musk, teamed up with the Miami Project to Cure Paralysis and the University of Miami Health System. Dr. Jonathan Jagged and his team executed RJ's implant.
And you see, and from what I understand, there's about 5 patients that currently have the BCI, the brain computer interface. You know, the chip in the brain. There's about 5 of them. And you see they're all throwing up the, I don't know what that is, but I guess it would be the U, you know, for the University of Miami. But it's something demonic. You can best believe that. But let's continue.
Just months ago.
This device is completely invisible, you know, to anybody else that interacts with somebody who has it implanted. The other thing that makes it very unique is how it's been miniaturized. It's a very small device.
About the size of a coin, but the impact so far, anything but small. During Neuralink's summer update on the trial, they showed this moment. Watch as a participant moves his cursor with his mind.
Oh, well done, man. These are people that can't even move a mouse, right? So you have to understand, in its early stages, it's been really successful at allowing them to accomplish goals that they cannot otherwise accomplish. But what it can do in the future is anybody's guess.
Anybody's guess about Neuralink's potential. The uncharted territory raises concerns, but Dr. Jagged says it's expected with any new technology. And after years in the making, RJ is hopeful.
Excited to see what BCI's got going on.
So there you have it. You know, the Esau's moving full steam ahead with the progress, and as you can see, the prophecies is coming off the pages. You know, it's causing the you know, whether they're small or great, to get a mark in their hands or in their foreheads. Or in their heads, rather. You know? You can see the comments. It said, you see, Fear the Lord 12. It says, the Borg hive mind mark of the beast is coming. This is a KSB 1969. It says a computerized and controlled chip implanted in a human brain. What can go wrong? I don't know how to say that name, but it says no cancer cure, but they can do things with their mind. You know, just reading the comments. And as you can see, majority of the people are not, the comments that I read so far, the people are not with this, this technology. It says Elevated Life Productions. It says this is a Trojan horse. They always use technology for some good and then later use it for control. There's Richard Green 9330. Says, I don't care who it is. You're not putting no chip in my body. Oh, hell no. Not today. Then you got a couple of people posted. Got a person posting up a scripture, or look to be a scripture. You know. So as you can see, these people are, you know, These people are they're not with it. You know, patient gets Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chip at University of Miami. And you see, and if you notice, it says NBC 6 South Florida. Out of all the channels it could have been on, it had to be on the number 6, right? And you know, that's spiritual as well. There's Revelation 13:16 again. It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. When you look up that word mark, it's G5480, goes to charagma. That's the Greek way of saying mark. And then the root word of that is charax, which is a pale or stake or palisade. And the root word of that is grapho, which is information written down. You know, countless brothers from GMS have done breakdowns on it, starting with the apostles and elders on down to the young brothers like myself. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the charagma, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and the number and his number is 666, 666, 666. You see? And I believe when you look up Neuralink in the gematria, that the sum comes up to 666. So Esau knows what he's doing, man. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he's coming down with great wrath because he knows that he had but a short time. He's trying to get into that new world order, you know? Like I was saying, this wasn't, and to be perfectly clear, you are not to take that C-hip under any circumstances. I don't care how convenient or how desperate you may seem to be. You are not to take that C-hip, especially if you're an Israelite. No, I'm only talking to the Israelites. You know? And the elect are not going to take that C-hip under any circumstances. As a matter of fact, look at this comment. This person, Island Hawaii, says, I'd rather die than to put anything Elon made in my body, even water. I just don't feel good about this. King JMD 6794. Look like the chick talking looks like an Edomite. She said, guaranteed most who had been paralyzed from the shoulder or neck down would have 1 million or 1 billion% get this to help themselves. You don't know until you're in that position. Well, whether you're in that position or not, you better not take that C-hip, you know? So, you know, majority of the people on this comment board are not with it. And this is recent. This was put up 3 days ago. I believe it was put up the 8th or the 9th. That was a few days ago. That was like 3 or 4 days ago. So this is recent. You know? I pray that it was edifying. The Lord's will. Come back with, and I want, and there's another lesson I wanted to do. You know, I got an article dealing with
Bill Gates and how he wants to see every baby before they're born. So this thing is moving quick, you know. Stay alert. Shalom to the hopeful elect.